Well, the Don't Tread on Me Navy Jack has been a symbol of patriotism in this country for over 200 years. Now that emblem is reportedly being called too radical by some officials in the government. Our next guest is a former Navy SEAL. His former SEAL teammates recently received an email stating that SEALs may no longer wear that symbol on their uniforms. Joining us now is one of our favorite guests, former Navy SEAL Carl Higbie. Carl, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me on again.
So the Don't Tread on Me patch was commonly worn by SEALs.
Absolutely. Even our commanders wore it overseas up until this directive came out.
So what is the directive?
It just said the Don't Tread on Me patch is no longer authorized to wear on the uniforms.
We've got, I think, a full screen of this. We put this up on the screen. Here's the email you received from one of your former teammates, and it says this: personnel are only authorized to wear the matching AOR, American flag patch, on the right shoulder. You're no longer authorized to wear the Don't Tread on Me patch.
Right.
What's the rationale? That seems...
There really isn't one, and you can see it recently with this email coming out to me. A lot of my friends are very, very angry, and there's a growing gap between the lower ranks and the guys who actually do the job in the senior brass. And the gap's ever widening, and I think eventually those top brass are going to have to choose a career or country, and they're stuck in the middle between the policies of the current administration.
Well, you wrote a great book on this that suggested that politics plays a larger role in decisions, even in an elite force like the SEALs, than most people suspect.
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's a battle on the home front, and myself and team of attorneys, one of them was Guy Rushenthaler. He wrote the foreword to the book. We're dedicated to making sure that if there's politics affecting the military, we're going to call them out. We're going to hold them accountable. I want people to reach out, get in touch with me on Facebook, and if you have something like this that's affecting your job and possibly endangering lives, please reach out to us, and we want to fight for you.
Do you think it's increased?
Absolutely.
Politics since Obama took over?
Absolutely. It's incredible how much it's gone. And you have to ask at some point, like this flag, it's not necessarily the flag as big a deal as it is the symbolism behind it, because you have... It's a poke. It's a little test to see how far they can push.
So the idea is that the real threat is from conservatives in the military. They're the real danger.
Oh yeah. Well, and one of my friends asked is why did they ban this? Why can't we wear it anymore? He said, well, it's too closely related with extremist groups, and it's a poke, it's a prod to see how far they can push.
Extremist groups would include like anyone who didn't vote for Obama in 2012. Right. The Tea Party.
Guys who believe in the Constitution and things like. But he wants to see how far we can push, or how far he can push before we push back. And guys are starting to push back, as you can see that they sent me this email.
If you push back while serving, however, you can face serious consequences.
Absolutely. Look at what happened with me with this book. They said, write that book and you're gone. I said, okay, fine.
So distressing. Carl Higbie, thank you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for illuminating what actually happened.
Thanks for having me.
In the U.S.